What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we have Lizard here on the CCP. We're going to be testing him out as a 7-star rank 3 without the Awakened ability and then also as a secret hunter. But before we get into the gameplay, let's see what kind of abilities he has. So he's immune to poison and he's also immune to heal block while under the effects of a buff or ensemble effect, and his regen rate can only be reduced below 50% by skill champions. Now, you have a 25% chance to apply Ruptures on the opponent. So what do those Ruptures do? They kind of like count as like Scorpion's debuffs. You know, with Scorpion, if you place poisons, Ruptures, or whatever you want to choose with the pre-fight, the opponent basically takes some like power sting damage when they throw a special. This is exactly what happens here with Lizard. As you can see, for each physical or damage over time effect on them, they take a burst of physical damage. So basically, the more Ruptures you have with them, the more they're going to take, the more damage they're going to take. And also, if you bait their special 2 rather than their special 1, they are going to take more damage as well. Works kind of like Spider Ham. Now, there's a 50% chance for the Ruptures to be removed when the opponent throws a special. And then this next ability is very good, which I'll showcase why it's really good. I kind of like overlooked it, but I will show you one clip just to show you how good it is. So basically, if you strike the opponent with heavy attack while they're not stunned, you will pause your personal debuffs for 15 seconds. I'll tell you why it's really good. Now, intercepting the opponent or punishing their heavy or special inflicts a tracking debuff, which is very nice. You can literally like open the fight with it. I'll showcase the utility as well. And then for the duration of Lizard's special attacks, he is buff immune. And then also for his special attacks, he places those retribution passives, which basically increase your burst damage. So why is Lizard buff immune during the special? So you will see when immune to a buff or when buff on Lizard is nullified or staggered, gain an unstoppable passive for 3 seconds. And then also, while you have this unstoppable on you, it will give you a lot of attack increase and also an unblockable passive. So essentially what you want to do is trigger the Dexterity Mastery, because he doesn't gain buffs, Lizard doesn't gain buffs except the Dexterity Mastery. You want to have the Dex and then throw the special immediately, and that will basically take away your Dexterity, and then this will trigger the Unstoppable, which will then trigger the Unblockable and give you the attack rating. So it works really well. Now the SP1 gives you a rejuvenate passive, which basically increases your healing effect, which is nice, and also gives you a bit of attack increase. And then on activation, you also gain a non-stacking fervor passive for 20 seconds, which is basically going to increase the ability accuracy of you placing Ruptures on the opponent with your basic attacks. Now the special 2 and the special 3 have some burst damage tied to them, which is basically equal to the damage the opponent has taken throughout the fight with your burst damage. So the special 2 is really strong, but the special 3 is even stronger. We're going to showcase both of them. And then his Awakened ability is kind of nice to have. It basically just gives him a little bit more ramp, because it increases your personal retribution potency by 25% at 600. So that means you're going to deal more burst damage, and that means you're going to actually build up your special 2 or special 3 burst faster. And then also he has a bit more block proficiency, with, by the way, dude, his block proficiency is insanely high on its own, 77%. I think it might be like the highest in the game, actually. And then he also gets like a bit more with the Awakened ability. So yeah, he's super tanky. And then also when the opponent has at least 2 bars of power, they're inflicted with a 100% Wither debuff. So that's really good for like some mystics with like natural power gain. Alright, so we're starting off with the Unawakened Lizard gameplay here. This is a 7-star rank for Mojo, so he has a bit of HP here. And we're going to start going aggressive at the beginning so we can place those Ruptures. And then I want to quickly throw my special 1 right here after I Dex. As you can see, we Dex quickly to that special 1. And then that gives us the Unblockable, the Unstoppable, and the attack increase. And also we get that Fervor, which is going to just let us apply those Ruptures a lot easier. Now, there's only one thing that makes the opponent throw specials. As you can see, the retribution passives, they're almost like about to expire. Those are like the 4 debuffs, so the 4 passives. So when those are about to expire, I think 6 seconds before they expire, they actually trigger like a taunt effect. You can see this white icon. So that's the only thing that can like make the opponent throw their specials. It is really nice to have. I just wish it was tied to the Ruptures. Like if your Ruptures were about to expire, they would just get taunted and not just the retribution passives, but still very strong. And you will see here we bait like 2 special 2s from him, and then we go for our special 2 and he's basically dead. So that was it. A rank for Mojo in 41 seconds with Unawakened Lizard with rank disadvantages. So we are rank 3, he's rank 4. Now this is actually a bigger Mojo. I think this is like relevant to like a rank 5 Mojo, how he would be as a 6-star or 7-star. And we're gonna go for the special 3 here, just so you can see the burst damage is higher. But so you would want to go for, like, ideally the special 3 when the opponent has a lot more HP. So here we want to bait that special. Very, very nice. We're not gonna care about Mojo's degen damage here. We don't really want to showcase how tanky he is. I just want to, like, show you the damage here. Mojo can be a bit annoying with his prompts, but as you can see, the taunt effect is in place. Still didn't throw it though. Okay, there we go. He threw it with like 5. So bringing up this damage here, we got 70 of our charges, so that's basically the degen damage that he's gonna take, or the physical. And now we're gonna go for the special 3 after we bait one more special, so we're gonna have like 80 of those, 79. And now check out this damage with the special 3. Boom, 292,000. So that's a lot better. If we go back, the special 2 was a lot less for sure, but we also didn't have, you know, that much ramp. So essentially what the special 3 does, it increases your burst damage for 2 reasons, because actually, you know, the special 3 does more, and then it allows you to build up more of your charges to, you know, detonate a lot more damage on the opponent. All right, so now we have some Awakened gameplay. So we're fighting Nico Minoru. Nico Minoru is very annoying on defense, and now we know she doesn't get rebalanced. So let's see how Lizard does. So Lizard is actually amazing for Nico. Might actually be the best counter, because she constantly likes to place buffs on you, and if she does, you get this unblockable, this unstoppable. You're also immune to poison, and as you can see, every time we trigger that dex, boom, we get the unstoppable, the unblockable, which means we get easy openings and also massive attack increase when we are unstoppable. And then we just bait a couple of specials, and all you need to do is just throw your own special 2, and she's dead. So this is basically rank 3 versus rank 4, and she got destroyed. That was so quick. That was, I think, 38 seconds? 37 seconds, yeah. That is great. Like, you don't even have to try against Nico. Just make sure to ideally bait special 2s, because you don't really counter the miss unless you have the tracking before that. But your tracking only lasts for 10 seconds, so there's a chance, you know, you still can't be aggressive, but you can still deal with it. Just ideally want to bait special 2s from Nico. Now there's another great matchup for Lizard here, Man-Thing. Man-Thing also likes to place some buffs on you, which are going to ramp you up. So we're gonna bait that special 1. There we go. We got that buff here, so that's really, really great. We don't even have to dex before our special 2 here. We're gonna bait his special 2 before ours, so we ramp up a little bit more. And you will see here, 69 charges, and then we go for that special 2 burst. Boom, 159,000, and that is it, Man-Thing. That's a dead Man-Thing. Again, rank 4 Man-Thing in 39 seconds. So you can see Lizard actually kind of quick, dude. Those are like his best matches, but still, the only thing that would change is like a little bit more attack increase when they place the buff on you, and then you would just have to dex before your special, so maybe like 5 seconds or 10 seconds slower. Now there's another great matchup for him. This guy places a ton of buffs on him. You can also counter his what's it called, his miss with your tracking, which is very, very nice. Now this guy also does not have any HP, so he's just gonna die so quickly. It's really funny. But then here we're gonna go for the intercept to get that tracking. There we go. You wanna go for the light though, because the medium is gonna miss. And then yeah, he just takes so much damage so that we don't even have to like try. He just doesn't have any single bit of HP, this guy, unfortunately. So yeah, that was a very quick fight as well. Just over 30 seconds, I believe. Yeah, 38 seconds. All right, so the last clip here, I want to showcase why this debuff pause is very strong. So you will see here, we heavy counter him, which is, by the way, a very good reach. And I overlooked this because I was like, maybe it's better to actually hit the opponent more with your basic attack so you can have a higher chance of placing ruptures. But I didn't know that the new ruptures that you place on the opponent start paused. So this pause is not just for the ones that you already have, it's for the ones that you will place as well. And you will see the fight goes down a lot faster. So, you know, I am still learning Lizard, and on my next video, I'm gonna use this in every single fight. Because, yeah, on the previous ones that I showcased, I didn't even use that. So, he was still impressive without that heavy debuff pause. And now he's just even better. So, I feel like Lizard, man, at first, I was not a big fan of him. But now the more I play him, the more better I get with him. And dude, he's pretty legit. Like, I cannot wait to see how much burst damage this guy is gonna do with his 7-star rank 4. And yeah, dude, I'm very excited. And of course, you know, he's a science champion. I love science champions, and yeah, I can't wait to pull this guy. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about Lizard. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.